Hi everybody. I want to talk about the effects of humidity and facial hair. Humidity can make facial hair rather poofy. It's poofy. No, I want to talk about coworkers and the relationships you can have with coworkers. This is sort of not in the scope of what to do with narcissists in the workplace, but just in general, good advice for your modus operandi for being in the workplace and how to just avoid having a toxic experience in the first place. Co-workers are and will always be fruits from a poisonous tree. It may not be that poisonous. It's not as you don't get to choose how poisonous of the fruit it is. Some pieces of fruit might be rather mildly poisonous. Some will just kill you dead. Some might even take a while for it to work, right? There could be some where it takes several years and you eat the fruit, take the fruit, and then like 3.5 years later, you're just walking down the street, you sneeze, you fall over, you die. What I mean by this is there can be relationships with coworkers that seem positive and beneficial for quite some time, and days, weeks, months, sometimes even years can go by, and then one day, boom, your friendship and relationship with a coworker backfires. Okay? That doesn't mean that you can't get along with coworkers. That doesn't mean to ignore coworkers. That doesn't mean to be a douche. It means that the scope of the relationship you should have with coworkers is very limited. Okay? What should it be limited to? Well, let me tell you. With coworkers, your relationship with your coworkers should be limited to you helping them do their jobs. And sooner or later, you can see which ones come and try to help you do yours. You should never expect it. Okay? It shouldn't be an expectation, because you can't control what people do, nor should you assert your beliefs in karma and 50-50 and workplace equity, that type of shit. You focus on your job, doing your job well, and the coworkers in your nearby vicinity, you should focus on helping them do their jobs to the best of their abilities. And don't expect anything in return. Don't pull out a stupid ledger and start tracking, I did so-and-so this favor and this favor and this favor, keeping a fake-ass scoreboard, because it's not going to matter, right? No. You focus on your job and only doing your job. And if there's other coworkers involved in doing their jobs in your proximity, give them a hand if you can. If you can't, don't sacrifice doing your job for helping somebody else do their job. You're not helping the situation, you're hurting the situation. Because then you have an incompetent fucktard of an employee who's going to work there a lot longer than they should because you're making them look better. Don't do it. Let them fail. Don't set them up to fail. Just don't slow down the process either. Outside of that, don't be Facebook friends with them. That's stupid. You can be on LinkedIn. You can have connections on LinkedIn. Stay off LinkedIn altogether if you want to keep your job. Because every time you get on it and you start going around updating your profile and looking at stuff, most HR, if you work for a company that has an HR department, they have a subscription to LinkedIn that lets them see what their employees are up to. So don't do it. Stay off their Twitter, their Instagram, their Snapchat, their Facebook, their Face Space, MySpace. Leave it alone. Now here's why. And this is why. Okay? Even if you're good friends, right? You can have good quality friendships. You can develop high quality friendships with coworkers. And then there's always going to be a day where something puts your job to the test or your friendship to the test, and one is going to affect the other. It's inevitable with time. It's a time bomb, and you don't know how long the fuse is ticking, right? But sooner or later, one impacts the other. It's an inevitability. It's a fact of life, like oxygen and poop. It's inevitable. Okay, so you don't want. You want to minimize the amount of non-work related aspects of your relationship with somebody. The more work focused it is, the better. Obviously, you can't be super extra, but you get what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure you understand the point. If you don't, you've got bigger problems, and just quit watching the video. What good can possibly come from developing deep personal friendships and relationships with coworkers? Not a lot. Unless you leave the place, and then you're friends outside of work, and that's great. That's the right time to be friends with them. The day that one of you quits or one of you gets fired, then be friends. Unless they got you fired, and fuck them, slash their tires. Because the only thing that's going to happen, if you're friends with somebody and then you end up getting promoted, you better hope that promotion doesn't come from somebody you're friends with, right? Or their friends, because then the next thing you know is people are going to be saying, well, he only got promoted because he goes and he kisses Susie Smith's ass, and Susie Smith kisses Jennifer's ass, and Jennifer kisses his ass, and they've got a nice little ass-kissing circle that they got going on there. That's why. So, Jennifer promoted him, and he doesn't work with Jennifer. Jennifer doesn't really know him, but she knows Susie, and Jonathan and Susie are friends. So it's very obvious that, Susie gave her recommendation and blah, blah, blah. You don't want that in the workplace, right? Because then after that, it becomes a toxic workplace. People start talking their shit. People saying, you only got promoted because of this. The jealousy goes around. People don't want to be around you. And then people will either not help you do your job, or they'll actively try to sabotage you. Because, shock, 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 you don't always work with the best people in the world. I'm sure some of you have worked with a obvious narcissist. Okay? So there you have it. You don't want to take your personal life sprinkles and sprinkle your personal life all over your job, because the more personal life sprinkles you put out there, the more they turn into career cancer sprinkles. Okay, people start knowing more shit about you than they should possibly know. Even if it's like not personal stuff, it can backfire. Let me give this example. I have a family history of cancer and a family history of Alzheimer's. My mother was diagnosed with Alzheimer's at 59. She passed away several years ago at the age of 63. She had cancer when she was 28 years old. So literally, my mom, she went to school. She graduated from the SFA University. She got married. She had 3 children within 4 years and deserved a Purple Heart, but never got awarded one. But she should have, because raising 3 boys all within a 4-year scope is horrendous. She had cancer at age 28, and then she developed Alzheimer's at 55. She passed away at 63. So needless to say, cancer and Alzheimer's are always on my mind, and I always keep an ear to the scientific and medical community, because these things matter to me, because I don't want either. And I found where recently the National Institute of Health funded a study on some of the mushrooms used in traditional Chinese medicine, and they found like 6 or 8 different species of mushrooms. One of them is the Ganoderma species of mushrooms, otherwise known as reishi. And so the National Institute of Health funded studies at 3 independent universities, who all 3 corroborated the same results, that these 6 or 8 species of mushrooms are all beneficial in fighting cancer. As a matter of fact, over in China and Japan, there's like $1 billion industry, billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars around raising these mushrooms for cancer treatment. Do they treat cancer? No, but they boost the immune system, so the immune system comes in and says, fuck you, cancer, and it's dead. And they use it alongside traditional therapies like radiation and chemo and other shit. this is stuff that I learned. Well, I go around talking about it at work, and that's fine. It's, blah, 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 mushrooms, blah, 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 medicine, blah, 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 cancer. Well, then eventually, around the sewing circles at work, I'm sure somebody's going to be like, yeah, Jonathan said something about medicinal mushrooms that can help fight cancer. And people are like, oh, really? Well, that's cool. But then there's other people that, are general skeptics about holistic medicine, because we all know those douchebags that come around that are way extra on holistic medicine. Like, you need to do apple cider vinegar, cayenne pepper, paprika, turmeric, lemon juice zest, oil, and coconut. No. I need a Big Mac, a beer, and for you to shut the fuck up. That's what I need. Everybody knows those types, right? So everything that I've done, all this research that I've done into cancer and all of that stuff, it basically, from one mouth to the other, eventually distills down to, yeah, Jonathan said if you get cancer to go to the grocery store and buy some mushrooms and just eat mushrooms, and ta-da, no more cancer. Wow, Jonathan's a fucktard, right? That's how it, not that it's not going to always come down to that, but the possibility's there, because we all work with idiots that have the job and they shouldn't, and we all work with people who shock like money and want to make more money, and the best way to make more money is to make you fail at your job so they get promoted, and then they go around poisoning the well for all the co-workers. Very, very clever. Narc, the narky sharks. And they go around looking for ways to poison the water around you. Well, so, I mean, even though I would have put out some good information, that chance is always there. That chance wouldn't exist if I could keep my mouth shut. As a matter of fact, I think that's probably one reason why I put out all these videos, because I keep my mouth shut all day at work, and so I get in the car and right. And then that way I don't have to talk my wife's ear off as much, because I'm pretty sure I'd talk her out of the marriage. Just, she loved me, I kept talking, she didn't love me anymore, right? I don't want to do that. So, but I digress. Like, I don't put stuff like that out into the workplace, because, it's not going to get me promoted. It's not going to help my career. Chances are it won't help anybody, unless they actually come up to me and they say, wow, Jonathan, I've got Alzheimer's and cancer, and I know that your mother had both. What can you tell me? I'm looking for information. And then I'd say, hey, eat some mushrooms, man. Like reishi. Like, you can't find them at the store, but you can find them online. Check that shit out. And then that's whenever I can talk about it. Otherwise, I'm just not gonna go, putting that shit out there, because nothing good comes of it. Nothing good comes of hanging out with coworkers, going to happy hours, going out to the bar, going out to the club, not even going out to lunches, team lunches, and all that stuff. People are like, hey, we're all going out to lunch, you should come. You're like, I gotta finish up this email. I can't go, sorry, but maybe next time. And then you go somewhere else and eat lunch. And it's just for this very reason. The more you talk, the more likely you are to say something stupid, or the more likely you are to say something that can be twisted and used around to make you look stupid. Anyways, you can say some really smart shit, and anybody can spin it around to make you look like an idiot. Did Jonathan say that you can eat mushrooms and fight cancer? Yeah, he did. Something along those lines. I don't remember exactly what, but yeah, I was there. Wow, what an idiot. Good thing he's not in charge of anything. How much should we pay him? Can we pay him less? So, there you go. I'm out of time. Keep it limited to work. Keep your friends outside of work. Keep your sex outside of work, obviously. Bad idea. People are already talking enough shit without you dropping your pants with somebody. So, definite no-no. Don't do it. Thank you very much for listening. Please like, comment, or share. I'll see you on the next video.